Okay, maybe not. Oh, wait, do I need to be... Oh, no, I don't do anything.
The secret to our deodorant is sand.
No. Sarah, thank you. Okay. Speaking of, did I get... No. Okay, actually, I want to yes. So everybody getting into today. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. And all the dads out there too. Happy Father's Day. Let's take that. The other head, he's at home. He's in his house. The other head. That's funny. That's what I get my fucking way. That's another one. Take a sip of coffee. Heading out of Cleveland today. Didn't get to do much around the area. Okay. Hey. So thank you, Winchester. So guys, last night I got to meet Becca and Emily. Correct? Not Emma or whatever I was saying. Emily, correct? So Becca here in the chat, we rendezvoused at a spot, crafted cocktail actually. But guys, yes, Emily. Okay, it was, well, Emily's birthday is the 19th, so they were kind of going out to have some birthday shenanigans, if you will. So, anyways, so I got to meet Becca and one of her good friends. So we hung out for a little bit. Oh, probably a good hour or so. Just had caught up and had a drink and stuff. But Becca's also, her and her friend Emily are also the ones that talk about it here when we want to go ghost hunting. So got some of that kind of talked about. But then last night as I was on TikTok, her and several people were bringing to my attention something, figured some stuff out. Shut up, I want to go ghost hunting. Oh, Sav, yeah. So between Becca and Sav, so I'm going to be getting a hold of some of them maybe this weekend, just kind of getting some maybe some personal info, maybe even some phone numbers to kind of text back and forth. But we are all going to go see 21 Pilots. I don't know if Meg is going to go. There's a couple different plans that were kind of taking place last night. I don't know which way is going to work. Do not have Chandler that weekend. So as far as the 18th for 21 Pilots in Cincinnati. So Becca lives relatively close. And I think she was saying something about picking Sav up or something or other. I don't know. Anyways, but we were talking about basically carpooling. Sav said she's sober queen. She doesn't drink, so she could be like the driver and so we're gonna try not have to do things like that, but we have some backup worst case scenarios already. But I think that this could be a lot of fun, a good opportunity. I don't get to go see Sleep Token, so chat's being weird shit. Okay. Like my hair, yeah, it needs washed. Actually, I'm gonna probably mow and then wash it. Give me a second, guys. I know it just started, but I thought I was gonna get away with it. But we know how it works in the mornings. Every day, my nose starts running. Oh, yeah, that was not gonna go away. Okay, every morning. But okay, so what I'm planning on doing is, um, probably today, uh, after I'm done with coffee time, probably gonna look at like hotel rooms, um, shit like that. So I will probably be, like I said, buying that stuff today. My buddy said you get like a discount if you do more than one day. So I'm kind of thinking like we might actually see if we can just stay an extra day. Thank you for all the Father's Day stuff, guys. Appreciate it. All happy Father's Day to all the dads out there today. A dude brushes their hair like that. A dude that fucks your aunt. She taught me. It's the secret code after I get done fucking her. Why don't you go ask one of your 2 subscribers how they brush their hair, pussy? You want to know? You wanted to know? That doesn't get to. Since he's really close to Newport, Kentucky, I don't know how y'all feel about aquariums, but it's like $30 for a pass. Really? Yeah, Becca, because Becca in chat, like, but what I was commenting yesterday was if we leave like the Cleveland area, like by like Becca and stuff or whatever, or I don't know if it would be coming down this way to give, I don't know. Anyways, what I was getting at is kind of leave at like 5 in the morning because Cincy's about a 3 hour trip to like where the concert would be from like my house, right? So I figured if we left by like 5, 6 in the morning, even on a weekend, we would get there by 8, 9 o'clock in the morning before all the traffic starts hitting and like have breakfast in Cincy. But again, we've got plenty of time the Vessel cosplay is coming along. It's kind of coming along, but we got plenty of time to figure this out. That's why I was saying I will be more than likely getting Savannah and it's weird calling her Savannah. I see Sav all the time, but like Sav and Becca's like info to keep in contact. Renee, we're talking about I just found out I do not have Chandler for 21 Pilots. Yes, Amber, 21. Yeah, 21 Pilots concert. So found out that I don't have Chandler, and that we actually already have a little bit of kind of a carpool going, if you will. You can just say Sav. That's what I'm just gonna do. I'm so used to just calling you Sav. It's almost weird calling you Savannah. It's like Rage. I don't call him Ben. I rarely call him Ben. It's Rage. Like, but so Renee, like what the thing that I've been toying with is like if Savvy's yeah, if Meg was gonna go, or if like Jason was gonna go, but like not go to the show. Because I said something, because it was just the fact of not wasting money on a ticket for somebody that wouldn't enjoy it as much was kind of like even mine and Jason's thought. But it's like if either one of them want to go and not go to the show and just kick it for a couple hours, like in Cincy, like go out to dinner or a bar or something by themselves, and we could rendezvous afterwards. Because we were all talking last night, even Becca was saying, like, I'm pretty sure the concert's over like around midnight, which we would still have, I argue, with being around less than 2 miles away from the hotel room, probably about an hour of bar time if we wanted to go out and get a drink. See, the thing is, okay, this whole wanting the extra person, Sav even kind of being the backup driver, all this stuff. I'm not trying to get blackout drunk, right? But I'm also trying to have a good time and not be responsible driving. So I want to be responsible by not being responsible. From the amount of time it would take us to walk, it's about 1.5 miles from most of the hotel rooms that are around. About 30 minutes to walk. Now, again, worst case scenario, but I'm not trying to walk almost an hour. I'm fucking shit hammered. Maybe. I want to be shit hammered. So, like, I want to get there quicker. I've heard the new Jelly Roll. Yes. Well, I'm trying to go to one. Yeah. So as far as I know, Cincy is the only one, and it's the opening tour date on September 18th. It's the only one I'm seeing. I was hoping that we would get the Cleveland show again, but we're not. They're only doing one show in Ohio. Let loose, Sam's got the wheel. Yeah, so this is where we were discussing costs and things as, Jelly Roller Ren. I don't know. Might be Jelly. I don't know. There's great bars. I went to all of them when I was 18. My cousin, no shit. Because we're all trying to get pit tickets, and we also even kind of came to a quick slight agreement last night. So let's say if pre-sale starts in a couple of days, right? I think we're all trying to get pit tickets, but I was like, look, we all want to try and be with each other and like enjoy the show, right? Like that's a given. If we cannot, let's say Becca and Sav get pit tickets and I can't get one, we'll still go to the pit, dude. I won't be able to, we'll just text like, adults and rendezvous outside of the concert. We've already kind of even got that handled, where it's like, we would like to all be next to each other. If we cannot, we're all grown-ups. We'll see each other after the show. Yeah. Becca, same. Like for those dates I was seeing, because like I said, I'm gonna probably book it today or tomorrow, and make sure I get one. Like $160. They were all within like 1.4 to 1.6 miles from the venue. So, hey, from Canada, what's up? Morning. Yeah, we got phones. But like I said, I was wanting to hang out with fellow roadies and 21 Pilots fans, but if we can't, we also get to go and worship, if you will. I don't have a phone. It's 0.2 miles from no shit. You're getting shithoused and walking. Check out Vicious Rain. I've never heard. Never heard of. Oh, top 10 favorite artists. Oh, man, there is Sleep Token, 21 Pilots, Michael Jackson, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Eminem, NF, Queen, K Reno, Tech Nine, Twista. I think that's some good off the top ones real quick to at least give, yeah. And yes, yes, August 9th. I got the info from Becca and the website and stuff. She's like, I wasn't just gonna repeat myself and sound like I was like, I get it. Lil Wayne, nah, he was all right for a while. Like, he's good. But we are gonna go to Mansfield. So what I found out is that it's not necessarily spending the night. In my day, we walked 10 miles barefoot in the snow to see a show. Yeah. Sorry. So she was explaining to me last night we were at Crafted Cocktail. She's like, doors open or you get there at 6 and like hunting starts at 7 or something. Anyway, she was kind of breaking it down, and it's until 3 a.m. So I was like, okay, it's not like you don't like spend the night, sleep, and do it. She's like, no, doors are unlocked. You can leave whenever you want. So I'll have to tell Kyle that, where it's the fact of it starts at night, but it ends at 3 a.m., but you can kind of come and go. She's like, you can go outside and smoke cigarettes and like come back in and do your thing and like whatever. It's just you have an allotted amount of time. I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. Kyle just refuses to spend the night, pussy. But like sleep, like, so I get it. So I'm gonna have to let him know because I don't know if he wants to do that. I know Meg is down, so it'll be Meg and I for sure with Becca, maybe Sav, and then I think her friend Emily. That is in Mansfield, Rebel. That is where actually right where they hold incarceration. Yeah, Sav, like I said, we'll try to get info around too for the same thing, because what Becca was doing is she was sending other place where even I wouldn't sleep there, sending out the information, because it's like I think 100 people max for like the fill spot for that day. But I figure, like I said, we'll get at least Meg and I would imagine probably Evan, so her brother, Maddie as well. I would imagine they would want to go. So we would definitely have to figure, because I mean I want to go. I want to do the Mansfield prison, and if like I said, if If that's something we can do, I know Kyle, like I said, Kyle has talked about it. I think he was under the impression that, like, yeah, like you slept there, which I thought too. And he was like, no thanks. But yes, you can film it. Yes. And then also, guys, Salem and possibly Lizzie Borden. Okay. Wait. Oh my God, Devin. Of course he did. Devin. I sound a lot like Negan from The Walking Dead. I've heard I looked like Negan. I don't know if I sound. Okay, I'll take it. And then I got told it Negan, Timu Negan, and uh not sassy, flamboyant Negan. A flamboyant. I was like, I'll take it. But anyways, so going back to the whole hunt, like ghost hunting thing. So I don't know. Like I said, Kyle and them, they might want to go. It's just the fact of what time it is. So I don't know. But I know, like I said, Meg and I probably stacks and stuff too. But we're gonna try and get another big group to go with that. Yes, they will. So, no, I know, I know it's a compliment. I've never that nobody's ever like said that part, but a little twang in the voice, I could see it. Last night, guys, we were talking to Becca and stuff too about where we're around. So here in Wadsworth, Wolf Creek Tavern, they have a speakeasy. Now it only opens in like the fall. So but the bar manager and stuff last night was really cool. It was our first time living on the streets. Hell yeah. Um, they let us go see the stuff, and the place is haunted. I asked, I was like, I've heard that this place, like, has got some ghost activity, things like that. And he's like, there is. And I asked if people had done ghost hunting and stuff. He said yes, and that they were, they had filmed and whatnot. So that will be another spot where I figure if we can kind of get together, and whether the speakeasy is open or if they just allow us to come in even in the off season. I got him handled at 1:30. Yeah, so I would say like I said, I've never been there, Mom, other than yes, I think we went there one time when I was a kid for like, I don't know, but I didn't remember it, obviously. And like I said, we got to walk around. Well, like I said, see some of the spots that weren't open. They were super nice and cool. But go to the Ohio State Penitentiary, huh? I don't know that I've the penitentiary, huh? How do I prevent a haunting from my mother-in-law? I don't want her. um, No, anyways, so like I said, that was really cool. We got to see like there's actually like where the barrel still covers up in the wall from like Prohibition, where it was illegal, where they would throw all of the alcohol and stuff through the back. But I have a book that shows you all the haunted places in Ohio. Hell yeah. Only joking. No, you could. Athens. Athens, Ohio. Apparently it is like super haunted in Athens, and that is where Maddie, so Evans, my brother-in-law, his wife. She's like from around that area. She was taught, or she went to school or something. Now she knew what I was talking about, but she wasn't talking about the same thing. There is a set of cemeteries that how they are patterned make a pentagram, and then there's something about like in the middle of like once you go like you hit all the cemeteries, but then there's like the rendezvous in the middle of the pentagram. But apparently Athens is like super haunted. But I don't know. We'll have to see how far of a drive stuff is, like how much if we have to make it a day or something. But this is all just quick things. The penitentiary, the prison, like so where incarceration is, that's the one where Becca was saying like had the info, like people go like they do the groups. But like I said, we'll have to see what goes on because I want to know. I'm gonna look at like getting some equipment. Becca did say her friend does have her own equipment and stuff that she had purchased, but that when you go to the like the prison and stuff, you can like use their own or rent or like whatever. But yeah, hey Rage, what's up? YouTube dad, what's up? Happy Father's Day. Yeah, happy Father's Day, man. And all the dads in here. Hope you're getting treated like a fuck. Honestly, man, I'm probably gonna mow. I'm gonna see if I get Chandler. Like I don't know. She hasn't read the message, but um, I'm gonna probably mow and try to get either that or like my Patreon stuff put in, but or I mean reaction. But Rage, check this out. So confirmed last night. I'm also going to be looking into stuff today. So Becca, who's in here, Becca and her friend actually met last night after some drinks, and then we started finding out that 21 Pilots starting their tour September 18th in Cincinnati, Ohio. I do not have Chandler. I'm going to be booking a hotel room. Sav and Becca already were all kind of like carpooling. I'm gonna see if like a buddy of mine wants to go and like kind of hang out with me and stuff or share a hotel room, something like that. But yeah, gonna do that. That's like confirmed. I'm gonna whatever ticket I can get. I'm hoping for Pitt, but pre-sale starts Tuesday. Since I'm not going to Sleep Token, I figure I can afford a hotel room, put in some for some, tolls and gas and stuff, but for the day trip. The Lorna Shore is the 25th, 26th. It's the day before Sleep Token. But yeah, so Rage, I meant to tell you that I'm gonna be doing that. Jason might go in the sense of not going to the concert, but if we take the deal on the 2-day staying for hotel rooms and what people can do and all this stuff, he might just like go do whatever that night and go to the bar by himself for a couple hours, and then we'd have like the whole next day and night to hang out in Cincy. But we'll see. I think that this, like I said, it's already. I'm super excited. I don't know if Kyle. I don't know if Kyle would want to go. He doesn't seem to. He doesn't seem to really be interested in that. But I'm gonna be like, dude, it's 21 Pilots. Like, would you like to go? I like one of those. I'll buy the tickets, but he just. I know he's like, I don't want to do Pitt and stuff, but again, I argue Pitt for that is going to be way less than what he's talking like Lorna Shore, Falling in Reverse, Incarceration. Like, it's way different. But if he doesn't want to go, I mean, it's not a big deal. I just figure I would extend the invitation to go to something like that. But again, that's traveling That's spending the night. That's, you know, all that. It's not everybody wants and or likes to do that. Kyle does kind of travel and stuff for his job several times a year. He don't like he ain't trying to be in another hotel room. So it just I don't know. I don't know. Going in the pit. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like with Kyle, with if you know doing the 21 pilots, I just don't know. He still might be like, nah, man, it's still too much. But Evelyn, what's up? Thank you, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Mert. The old muck duck word. But yeah, so couple cool events coming up this summer. You know, like I said, some ghost hunting, some concerts, some traveling. Meg is actually going, I don't know. I'm still debating to doing the same thing I was talking about like with Jason. Because he's like, I'm not really into 21 Pilots, man. You know, take somebody that would enjoy it more. Which is, I was like, fair. Basically, what I'm saying to Meg about Meg's leaving in 2 weeks to go to Chicago to see Stray Kids, but then next month she got a tease tickets in Chicago and was like, "You're coming," like to just get me out of the state and to just go. But I, I'm not like I don't really care for them that way. I'll go, like I'll go, but I was like, if you want to take somebody else, hon, that would enjoy it more with you, do that. I'm debating. Whether I can also be like, do you still want to take Brittany? Like, she can still come. I'll just not go to the show with you guys. Go. Oh, I thought you said. I thought somebody said Aaron Rodgers. Um. Wait. Confirmed. Oh, so it's confirmed. Okay. So, anyways, I just where it's like there's a shows and stuff that are happening. So Meg, let's do this. Meg's going to Chicago in 2 weeks for Stray Kids. Then the next month, almost directly a month after, is again for a tease, which I might go, I might not. Then in November, she's going on a Bahama cruise with her two girlfriends and stuff. But I was like, what? Wait, you're leaving back to back months, and then 3 to 4 months later going on a cruise? She's like, yeah, I guess I am. You get a famous Chicago hot dog? Hell yeah. Should come down for your dirty 30? Dude, if you want, we could try to work around like schedules with like having kids and stuff. Even if we have Chandler, mom would be. I know. I'm sure she'd want to be part of it too. But like, as far as like spending the night or something, mom can always. Chandler can spend the night with mom on a night. I actually told Becca last night. She's like, I was nervous meeting you, and I was like, actually, I kind of was too. I was like, other than like Rage, I've never really met anybody. So it's like you never know what somebody's gonna be like, like plus my thing was I was like, why don't we kind of like ease into seeing each other before we just go, sure, let's go ghost hunting and locked in a fucking state prison. But it was very nice to meet her and Emily. Well, give me 1 second, guys. I gotta blow my nose again. Sorry about that, guys. So with that, like I said, with that being said too, is that it was just nice to kind of break that ice, but because you see and hear, like you read and you know, like I knew that Becca and even Sav like helps. Hey, Spunky, what's up? So even like, oh yeah, I guess Spunky and Lori, duh. Anyways, what I'm getting at is that you can kind of still gauge the people. So like I can tell like Sav's not like, some hatchet murderer. She's gonna be fine. But at the same time, if there was a way to meet her beforehand, sure. Um, she unfortunately lives around like the Toledo area, correct? But anyways, what I was getting at is to just break that ice with Becca, and even her friend, if she was having somebody come or whatever. But or am I? But to then be like, hey, finally meeting, and then being awkward and being like, let's go do this or whatever. So at least worst case scenario, even at that, we've met, we have exchanged, greetings and stuff in person to even just go to this concert. Um, yeah, Mom, I was gonna say it really doesn't matter. It would just all depend on like what days he's wanting to come, um, shit like that. Hey, what's up? Leave your hatchet at home when I pick you up, please. Yeah. And her threatening crochet hook. Yeah, yeah. Well, Spunky, look, I don't know what this is like for you financially, traveling wise. I'm sure Mom wouldn't care, and even to again have the other person just throwing this out there. I know you were trying to come like for October, so that would kind of damper it, but September 18th, I'm going to see 21 Pilots in Cincinnati. That's what we're talking about. Right now, it's Becca and Sav. We're all carpooling because I don't think Meg wants to go. Allison, thank you guys. Thank you for all the Father's Day stuff, and happy Father's Day to all the dads in chat. I'll fly twice. Was just letting you know. Pre-sale tickets do start Tuesday. I'm gonna like book my hotel room tonight or tomorrow. I would hope. We're all gonna try to like get some info um of like hotel rooms everybody's staying to kind of try to stay within the vicinity. But just was throwing that out there. We're all trying to get Pitt too. Like we stated that we already kind of had this adult agreement that we're all trying to get Pitt and like next to each other and enjoy it, woohoo. But if things happen or tickets can't be put, we all will just rendezvous at the end. It'll suck not being able to kick it with everybody, but at least we know we can all be around. And Sav said she would drive. She said she's the sober queen. So even though our concert or the concert's only like a mile and a half away from a lot of the hotel rooms, she said she would still drive worst case scenario. So just letting you know, Spunky. Take that for what you will. Okay, I will. You know what? I got to do that. I thank you for reminding me the pre-sale stuff. Yep. Go to a baseball and really, I've actually never been. I've been to 2 baseball games ever. I'm actually really upset that no, I did. I did get to go to PNC Park when I moved to Pittsburgh. So I've been to like 3 baseball games. I've been to 2 Indians games and 1 Pirates game. Just overtime. But I'm gonna make sober queen right, dude. That's actually not a bad idea. It's a good queen. It's a good crown to carry. Land of Braves. That is probably still Uncle Doug's favorite sports team. Always has been. Do I want to go to San Diego? I would. Been to a Blue Jays game? Nice. Yeah, Devlin's more of the hockey fan, which I've been to 2 hockey games. I was a little younger, but they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun in person. Oh yeah, Spunky, is that the like baseball stuff where they do like the funky dancing around and all that stuff? Is that the same thing? I kind of caught something the other day. The Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hockey is exciting in real life. It is. And you just said IRL. Hockey is one of the hardest sports to follow. That I could agree with. So they're evolving. Like, oh man. But I'm super excited about this. This is all I'm going to talk about for the next couple of days. This 21 Pilots thing. This NASCAR, blame it on my father. I can't get into it. Dude, I legit have tried with that too. It was funny. We were out last night at the haunted Wolf Creek Tavern, but the age range of this group is it is very diverse. It really is. We have people legit from like 13 to like in their early 60s. It's kind of wild. Anyways, so I'm sitting there. We were talking about whatever and music and whatever, and she said, Meg said something about not overrated or whatever, and I was just like, I don't know, and I was like, dude, and I went through the whole like AC/DC and whatever, and she was like, okay, and I was like, dude, I was like, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. She was like, what? I was like, dude, I can't. I was like, I've tried. And like, I'm going through all this stuff, and this couple, like, right, she chimes in and she's taking them, and she goes, what about Aerosmith? And I was like, no, they're good. She's like, okay, I was about to get worried. I was like, look, I know I'm the weird one, not liking these bands and stuff. But it was just, she kind of had that like foreground, like leaned over, like, what about Aerosmith? What do you got to say about that? Smokey, thank you. But it was just, it's the same thing with like NASCAR and stuff. Like my stepdad, Mike, Devin's dad, like, dude, huge car buff, huge car dork and nerd, NASCAR this, Dale Earnhardt, rest in peace that, don't joke around about that, funny cars this, 9 Under Fires, drag racings, all the things. And I'm like, cool, the car goes fast and you're driving in a circle. This is stupid. But again, it's got a huge following. I'm the stupid one out here. Like, I truly have tried, even in person. Just don't turn right. I'll still go to like, if somebody's like, you want to go to 9 Under Fire? Is the ticket free? Then sure, I'll go. Sorry, but like, are you driving? Because I'm not. Like, it's just one of those, like, yeah, I'll go. And I like I said, I have tried and do stuff, but like to enjoy it or whatever. But I hate watching cars drive in circles. Yeah. But I love drag racing. See, so like Kyle is the same way. Like when he does stuff with Cornwell, like he goes and talks to huge names in the fucking industry. Huge names. And he's like, I could give a fuck less about this stuff. Like, not like being rude, but he's like, I don't know any of it. Like John Force, knows him on a first name basis. remembers the shit out of him. All his daughters, all the people, his crew. He tells Kyle to tell them what to do so that he can get the shots he needs. Like, oh yeah. Kyle's like, I don't care about like stuff. Like, it doesn't excite him. He's there to do a job. Like, he does not care. Like, he knows he is in some of the gracelands for people like our stepdad and stuff that idolize these people, and he's just like, that's just John Force. Kyle kind of is unforgettable, yeah. But it does have a big tie to the reformatory. Okay. Oh, Seb, have a good one. Oh, Lori, are you out of here? Or is Lori or is it Spunky that's out? Sorry. But yeah, it's so funny when it's happened, because like even I was like, damn, you got to meet John Force. He's like, yeah, like he's a talker, good guy, you know. And he said, God bless him, he's always in. I think his brain's only turned into one thing, because he said something about. They asked him a question, and it wasn't even like and he was like, yes, because we use it every day on the track. And like had this smile like he was doing a commercial or an ad. Like he's just always in work mode. I was like, that's funny. Speaking of WWE, wait. So, speaking of WWE, when Kyle was at 3 years ago, it was like right before YouTube started taking off, and like we did it. He was in North Carolina, something like that, for one of these things with John Force and all this stuff. He was in the penthouse suites, in the boxes. Kyle would, like, when I'm saying like he goes to these things, he has to like wear the gear, have the steady cams, because the fucking mocks and fucking breaking sound barriers are gonna fucking hit him. He can like smell it, and like it takes his breath away. He is on tracks. But he was in the penthouse doing stuff, la-da-dee-da-da, right? And he said he noticed this very large man with his son. Twice he ran into this individual. The first time was in this penthouse. Kyle went to go throw like his can of pop or something away, right? And this person was throwing away said like plate or whatever. And he was like, oh, excuse me, man. And excused himself from in front of Kyle. Then did it again like an hour or so later, like something in the bleachers and whatever. And his friend that was where it was like, do you know who that was? Like, are you just not, like, are you that oblivious? And he was like, who? He's like, that's fucking Bill Goldberg. He ran into Goldberg twice in one day and had no idea. In the pet, like, it's so funny, dude. Oh, but yeah, dude, he was like, oh shit. It like hit him. He's like, that was Goldberg. Because he was like, I knew he looked familiar, but like I couldn't put my finger on it. But just the fact that he was not only at the fucking stuff like for John Force, but he also ran to fucking Goldberg. Morning. He's coming back for one last run? No shit. Like, how funny, dude. How funny. Oh, shit, Rage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've always heard he's a very nice individual, though. Not only from, like, people, like, interacting, but, like, when he's been on sets and movies, that he's a dream to work with. I mean, man. I mean, The Rock was doing it. Hogan was doing it. Right. Should be going for a title. Right. I agree. Even like I don't watch it, but like I get like he is nostalgic though. He is. I do not watch wrestling. I don't know anything. I don't know stats. I don't know who won it. I don't remember which WrestleMania was what. But there are names that ring bells and echo in history forever and stuff like that. And Goldberg is one of them. He's the biggest joke I've ever seen. The Rock? Have we been drinking? Such a likable dude. The Rock is a likable guy. He really is. I'm not trying to be funny, but you're too likable. What's your dirt, man? You got something wrong, and it must be big. You're too nice. Like, you know? Brother loves WWE. Dude, I couldn't get into it, man. I really couldn't. This is an actual joke, but literally the truth. People are like, do you watch wrestling? I liked wrestling, and then I turned 9. Like, but like it kind of was like probably 8, 10 years old. I really just fell off of like, this is dumb. What I will say again, I will give credit where credit is due. Wrestling's stupid as shit and fake, meaning it's planned. The athleticism and acrobatics and stuff that go acrobatics, yeah. It's like, did I say that right? That even now, like that they've even all the new stuff is wild. Some of the nicest guys on screen are some of the biggest fucking dicks, right? I prefer watching, yeah, that's the thing I think I'm going to start getting into as far as like quote sport right now. That and basketball, I think. I know the finals are about to happen, so that gives me time now to get back into it starting up. Amber, I'm not, and look, I try not to do too much conspiracy stuff. I've heard some things though, and again, some weird things that can't be debunked because it happened. And one of the things that started taking me down the rabbit hole of stuff was one of his sketches he did on SNL. And it's like, why do people joke about that? It was basically stuff about PDF file, and he was a scientist, and then it just goes into other kind of darker secret. Again, is it true? I don't know. There's some people there's no denying. I'm sorry, Tom Hanks is one of them. Again, I'm not going to get into all that, but what I'm getting at is that I can also, for the most part, separate art from reality and like, damn it, dude. But wait, I've actually got Super Mario Mouth here with a well-known legend 2 years ago to the point where I didn't care if Minnesota, an old ass man. Really rage. That's really unfortunate. That is really unfortunate, man. Tom is sus. He really is, man. And I did not want to believe it. Look, we'll go down. It's like, damn, dude, you played a character and like, right. And it's like going down some of this rabbit hole of things. There are good people out there. And I'll tell you what, now he's not the end all be all. Do you want to get some weird truth? And it's going to be almost like a weird, uncomfortable watch. Watch Orlando Brown interviews. And then all the stuff that's coming out, like with Diddy and stuff, like a lot of this sexualized things that happens with not gay men, but that happens. And then they have stuff on you. Wait, Sarah. Grants the most wishes. But I've seen how he is with an absolute, he's an absolute selfish jackass from how he treats his ex. Really? Okay. But no, there are good people out there, and they still, I argue right now, a lot of that swamp got cleared. The Epstein log blew my fucking mind too. Big eye opener. Now, there was a lot of stuff. Again, I'm not going to get too much into this, but like people were on lists, but then stopped because it's super big repeaters that concerned me. When there were people, I'm not saying either way, I could care less about political things, but I know Trump was on there, but then he even stated because his name was on the log once or twice, and he was like, he was fucking weird. And he stopped going. And then I think he kicked him out of his resort. I don't know. That's what I heard and what was always said were the fact of, sure, it's people that went 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 times is basically what they were getting at too. Where he's like, he was fucking weird, dude. There was a really great show that brought a lot of that last life. He proposed because he was threatening to leave. Just, huh. See, again, like, I know Rage is big on, like, he does the wrestling podcast. Wait, Spunky, have you met? Wait, is John Cena not a good dude? Hey, Inception, hey, thank you. If you are too, happy Father's Day. But no, like that whole like Epstein log and stuff, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like there are a lot of those weirdos out there. But what I was getting at is that I think a lot of the swamp got cleared out. That when we're seeing okay, Sinners. It's just one thing I can think of. Like Michael B. Jordan. To me, I don't think he's part of stuff. Oh, I think a lot of the new okay, you got me talking. Let's look at big Hollywood now. It's really small, right? Everybody either fucking moved out or unalive themselves. I think stuff like the movie Sinners is people that weren't associated, still around, and there were still some good directors, producers, things like that in big Hollywood, because I don't think there's been a good movie or TV show in a consistent release like it used to be because everybody was getting taken down. That's a personal opinion because you see a lot of this like bullshit. It's like indie films that like Tom Hanks is doing and stuff. Yeah, because he don't want to fucking come back from Greece because they know he's a PDF file. And that shit's legal there. Like, that's where he's got Tom Hanks money, right? He don't need to work. TVs and movies suck now. They do. And they have for quite some time, but I think that has had some to do and like with what we're seeing when we're seeing these big names or these big Hollywood movies and stuff that I would personally like to think it's still the good people of Hollywood. The show? He's hilarious. No, like so that's where I'm with it, but I still will. This is where I was saying is that I don't know that I would necessarily, just because it's an easy one, watch a new Tom Hanks movie. I'm still gonna watch Forrest Gump. I'm still gonna watch. Do you know what I mean? Like, sorry, I've already seen. So I take it all back. See, again, I don't know. See, even with like no, like Crystal Rage, Spunky stuff, like where that's another thing. TV and media can also and did twist things around for, so it's like what I also don't know where to separate reality from, from when is too much too much, when there is an end at some point. So again, there's even that end of it where it's like I always knew him as a nice guy, a super nice guy, wholesome. I knew that him and his ex had the problem about kids was the thing. That was really the quote only disagreement, and I'm sure that can get pretty heated, but yeah, rage. Okay, that was what I heard. So again, okay, Sarah, you saying reality TV? 100%. I'm good. I didn't even finish to read that one. That is one big reason I don't watch trashy TV like what that makes she likes her. I can't. It's just like wrestling. I have relationship trauma. No, I get it. I get it, Spunky. But that's the thing is, I didn't ever think he was a douchebag. I knew that they had a pretty big disagreement on kids, though. Is deemed to be a nice guy, but see, that's the thing, Peter, where it's like, but is he really? And still kind of confirmed, yes. There is. Ah, shit. He'll he'll realize. This is my son's calling me. Um, where some he basically had this outlook of. Kyle said it the same way, where he's like, "I'm selfish," and what he means is that if he has a kid, he focuses all of his time, effort. He was like, I will want to be the best dad. Like when I play guitar, like I'm all invested. Like I want to be like, when I do my movies and stuff, like I'm so invested. Like he's got this way about him, which I understand. And he's like, all of that would get put to the side because my focus would be my child forever. And he did tell her right. So, but what I'm getting at is that she thought it would change, right? And sometimes people do, but I feel like that's where Mr. Cena was coming from in the same aspect, where he's like, I'm kind of selfish. Where like I don't want that tie down, and I think that there is something respectful in the fact of, especially somebody of his stature or fame, and um Mr. Cena over here, or all right, Monday through Friday you got to go do this. He's never home. What kind of dad is that? You can't. I don't care what the best nanny, private jet you have, all the things. Um, it's respect in the fact of he knows he's not going to be around. And it's like when sometimes people still do, and like, and again, accidents happen, like, or whatever, but I think that there is something to be said about people that think about that, where it's like, dude, I'm John Cena. I'm on the road 46 weeks out of the year, or I work 51 weeks a year. He said he's a workaholic, but it's just, it happens. And I think that that's something that people also don't take into consideration with that. He's also the same person that, like, we're nowhere near John Cena, but I was saying it but couldn't figure out how to say it. They asked him, they're like, do you get upset when you go out to dinner, or if you're out and you get asked all day to get pictures or autographs? He goes, no. Now, again, you understand what I mean. We don't get it like that, but like being asked something, being online or whatever, because he said, if I don't want to be bothered, I don't go out. He's like, I know when I go out, people are gonna. He's like, this is the once in a lifetime opportunity for them, and he said, because I'm sitting in this restaurant in a good booth, it's because of them. I get to sit here, eat this meal, and afford this and all that. Let them take the 2-second photo. The chances they're getting a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I was like, God damn, man, much respect. Wait, hold on. If a famous person. Well, we all, yes. People do have off days, but I think the approach is where that is too. Where it's like, well, dude, if you don't want bother, don't go out. You're fucking John Cena. You're Jim Carrey. You're Bono. You're whatever. Like, then don't go out. You clearly have enough money. You have an assistant. They can go buy your Gucci belt. But, hey, Stacks, I am 12. He's got documentation. I'm hoping that's what he was doing. He actually, guys, this is something that, again, not to document everything, but dude, when cool things happen like this, I want to. I'd like to film. Stacks was out catfishing last night. Last night? Yeah. Like late. Well, right. Still be able to leave your homes. Right. I'm just saying, if you're going out to like dinner and like on the town and stuff, and like, and you're just out kind of walking around, if you're these people, you have to understand you're gonna get paparazzi, you're gonna get the 12-year-old kids that want to, do this and all this with you. Like, it's gonna happen. Yeah, I'm 12. But no, it just, so like, it's just that mentality was what I was saying, and just where he understands. He doesn't get upset, and that was what I'm saying. Is people were like, "Do you guys get upset when you get asked this, or when people?" No, as long as you're not spamming or whatever. We repeat things constantly. Stacks. Quick question. Several things. Actually, I'll send you stuff too. But I got the info for Mansfield Reformatory from Becca. For that, number one. Number two, more stuff about the Wolf Creek Tavern. Number three, I'd like to look into some of this Athens stuff here soon. And then four, do you get into 21 Pilots? I did, Blue Monster. Your mom's crack was terrible, and not her crack that she sold on the streets. Took a lot of penicillin, but yeah, the alcohol abuse after getting over your mom's fucking wrecked hole, bro. She was like a washing machine. Except a washing machine doesn't follow me around for 2 weeks after I dump a load in it. Yeah, I wasn't sure if Stacks if he got into 21 Pilots because there's a question why I'm asking. There's a method to my madness. Well, okay. Proposition. Your sister does not really get into 21 Pilots like that. 21 Pilots is opening their Clancy / Breach tour, whatever, in Cincinnati, September 18th. I do not have Chandler. It would be a spend the night ordeal. Becca and Sav. Becca is from Cleveland. We were talking about doing a carpool, but leaving at 5 a.m. that morning to be in Cincy to have breakfast at 8 a.m. and beat all traffic, but stay. Is that like I said, if you want, I can. Stuff isn't K-pop. Dude, I'm trying to get pit tickets. I would, like I said, if I can even do something to the fact of I can buy the ticket. It was just one of those, somebody to go with, and even like I said, share hotel room, whatever it is. But if you can't, don't want to, whatever, it's not a big deal. You and a couple other people I was gonna extend the offer already asked Jason. He does not like 21 Pilots. So he said, take somebody or go with somebody that would be more into him. So just think about it. Tickets go on pre-sale in the next couple of days. I'm going to put in today to make sure I get the code but I want to get the pit. So to be down in front and stuff, but hotel rooms are within about a mile and a half. I'm going to probably book as well. Sav said she sober queen. She does not drink, so if we don't want to have to walk, she offered to drive from the venue to the hotel room. Right on. Yeah, seriously, think about it. We got a couple days. If you want, it's just I figured I'd extend an invitation. If you liked them, come have a good time. There was even a possibility of, because Jason made a good point. He said you can usually get better 2-day deals on hotels. If that's the case, he was like, then enjoy the city the next day and all day. Maybe we would stay. But again, that's up to everybody involved, time off work, finances, things like that. So just kind of my car seats 4, maybe 5 on the carpool. Okay, yeah, Becca. So Stacks, that's the Becca that's with the Mansfield Reformatory. She actually just sent the info. I'll send you as well. She is still sleeping. No, am I coming with Meg? I don't know. I'm trying to see if I'm getting Chandler today. She hasn't responded. So that will be the only reason I wouldn't. Because I know you guys were going to go see your dad and stuff, go to his grave and stuff. So I'm seeing what I can do. I can fit in the glove box if needed. I got Iceland Kills, Dayseeker. Damn, dude. He might actually want to go. Wait. Crystal, which one? Mansfield or 21 Pilots? Sorry, I just realized there was kind of both in there. Dude, it was so cool. Becca said something. We were at the bar and she said, both? Okay. Definitely give him a holler today, but she said all of my friends know when they come to my house. What did she say? It's 21 Pilots, Sleep Token, something else, and Rykerroad. That'll be on I forced them to it's I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll have to get a hold of him. Went to jail 2 years ago. Other than that, I can't remember the last guy. It's right, Rebel. That's where like I'm trying to like do as much as I can, and with Bad Omens, that's what it was. Um, I'm trying to do too, where if I have not my daughter, if I sorry, it'd be better English. If I don't have my daughter on times where I would need to travel, I don't mind traveling for a show. Because, like, okay, not that I want to spend this kind of money every time, but I was willing to spend like 800, almost $1,000 for one ticket. I also wasn't going to have a hotel room and come home that night because it was just in Cleveland. What I mean is that if it's worth it, I will tickets 150, $200. And you figure, yep, hotel room another $150. You know, you're coming up on $500, $600, $700 for an event. Okay, so what? If I have a few months to accommodate for, all right, I already paid off my ticket and paid off the hotel room. Now all I got to worry about is just taking a few hundred bones for spending money. Like, it's not hard. It's just, how bad do you want to do it? My thing is time. I don't always have the time frame being away from my daughter. I refuse to go, bye, hon. I'm going to go to a concert for the next 2 and 3 days while you're supposed to be here with me and have 5 days and hang out. No way, man. No way. I love Tyler and Josh, but I'm not doing it. I love Vessel and Sleep Token. I wouldn't do it. Yes, Spunky, for sure. We'll get in touch. Bad Omens, that's another one. If they come to town, I'm gonna be doing a live Twitch listen through. Whether Kyle wants to, and I know he knows most of Bad Omens, but because they only have like 3 albums, but to go through, and that way I can go to concerts and stuff like that. So. All right, Becca, deal. Like I said, so it's cool now that we've kind of got a little bit of this Ohio, like, what do you call it? Like, I don't even know what to call it, but like edge here, where people are kind of like keeping an eye out for like events and stuff. Yeah, yeah. No, Chris, that's what I said. I don't know when any of this would be. So just now that we've got some kind of eyes and ears all over Ohio when stuff would be happening, it's kind of nice to be able to have some more insight. They're like, yeah, Ohio Circle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, speaking of, Crystal's what aunt and uncle, right? They were actually in Hershey, PA, and got me this mug, this coffee mug at the Hershey factory. Ohio Riz Network. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, split and drive it or whatever. It was just, it doesn't matter. My thing is that whoever was driving, if we did it with especially the Cincinnati one, I'm like I said, it's just something to think about is the early in the morning. We got to drive 3 hours no matter what. I argue do it 3 hours when nobody's on the road and we can go, because I'm assuming check-in times for hotel rooms are going to be like 11, 12, 1 o'clock. You can take a nap, dude. It goes hard. Yeah. But again, that was just how I think of things. I also knew that wouldn't be if Stax wants to go, this motherfucker gets up to go catch fish and or shoot deer in the face. Not really, because he likes to mount them. Not that way. Maybe that way. But it's to go, like, getting up for him is not a problem. Car can hold 4. From my place to Cincy is faster without tolls. Because, right, that's what I wasn't sure. Would it be And it's not a problem either way. Would I drive to you or would you drive and pick me up? Like, do you know what I mean? Like to do that. So that was another thing I was gonna have to look at. About trolls. Yeah. Dude, this is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. Like I said, 20 either way is fine. It doesn't matter. Like I said, whatever was going to be easiest and quicker. There's no point if it's like, well, we got to go back this way. Well, then no, I'll just come to you. Trolls are everywhere. But yeah, like, dude, this is at least for 21 Pilots. This can be a lot of fun. This can be a lot of fun and kind of keep these, I guess, groups together for shows. Because I feel like most of us that are going to these shows would enjoy going to like any concert that kind of comes around that we all listen to. And then, right, like if Spunky's able to come in for both, because guys, Spunky was wanting to really come in for up until right now. There was a plan on, I guess, maybe coming like in like Halloween times. So meaning she was going to try and come back for like Chandler's birthday weekend and when we do trick or treating and all that stuff. So unfortunately, a month prior would be the 21. So I was like, that's up to you, but yeah, I would say I didn't know. Wait, Bad Omens or 20? If there was a Bad Omens, are you talking about 21 Pilots for Cincy? Because I figured Kyle would just go. I don't know. It's up to you guys. That's up to you guys. Because if there was, we figure what concert probably starts at like doors probably open at like 7. It was just the thought of somebody if somebody didn't go to the show but still went, like the amount of time that would, like, I guess be by yourself. But I can do both. Yeah, no, that's fine, Spunky. I just didn't. Yeah. She was saying Bad Omens, like when they ever come around, she's on it. That's what she meant, Hunt. I don't know who's opening for like with Top. So I have no idea. That's why I was like, wait, are you wanting to go? Are you sure? But yeah, as far as Spunky, dude, that would be pretty fucking rad. Yeah, definitely, Crystal. That's what I say. For Bad Omens, absolutely. Gotta go. Hope all the dads here. Sarah, thank you. And thank you for being here. Let him hate. Yeah. That there be, it's not really trash talk and stuff. It kind of has its moments. I'm an extreme metalhead. Fuck yeah. Haters gonna hate. But this is really cool. Like I said, kind of keeping that like circle of people in Ohio to kind of keep everybody in a loop, being like, hey man, Token Grass is coming to Columbus. I don't know. But that's the thing, guys. Between people, anybody in here in Ohio, Trish, thank you. Anybody in Ohio, if you're in coffee time and stuff and you catch wind of like, I don't even know, like smaller cool shows, again, it's more so if I have my daughter and if I'm able to leave and like if I need to like spend the night or something like at a hotel. Right, Rage. So when like that's another thing too, is it just depends on when you come down or like what's going to be going on. But yeah, so the Ohio gang here, definitely anything you hear, any type of shows with, I'm open. That's why I'm telling my son too, where it's like, dude, if you got shows you want to go to, and if I don't care, man, let's go. we'll definitely do a better job this next time around of like planning like cooking and grilling or like even the night out or whatever. It wasn't that it was sporadic, but I feel like when everybody got here, we all went, like, I don't know. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so this will be fun. So 21 Pilots I'm about to knock off my list. Sleep Token is one that I do, but I fear I'm never going to. Um, a goddamn miracle legit needs to happen for me to even be to go to Cleveland and whatever. But here's another part that I've thought about doing, where not a scalper, but if there is an off chance on going to the Sleep Token show the day and just kind of hang out and being like, does anybody got a ticket that I can, like, I'll buy, like, because you can't train, like, I'll have to stand next to you. Yeah, I said Bad Omens though. I'm gonna probably do, because it's not very much. I'm gonna do that on a Twitch night, and just go through at one point here. But Lorna Shore, I know, has a little more. Same with Youngblood. He unfortunately did not do well. I would like to go through stuff on Twitch. Messages is whack. Dude, Youngblood is good. Very good. 100%. Wait, what's up with 0 subs and vids, right? I get a sub and block them. What the fuck? I'm thinking, what? I thought he was saying he's keeping it at 0 sub. Like, I thought I was reading the fact of that he was just blocking people that way at 0 subs. Maybe I read it wrong. I didn't think he'd be a mumble rapper. I thought he was going to be this, like, emo, not a Blink 182, but like this dark emo thing. But he's got this almost like bluesy jazz rasp thing, and then his, like, I don't even know what to call, like, I've only heard one song that's his. Oh, about a troll. Okay. So that's the thing. Sleep Token, Youngblood, Generate Talk. Nice. Periphery, they're good. That's the thing, is where, like, I've only heard the one song, so everything else has been either a feature or a remix. So trying to find his sound and style is, I think, still what I'm interested in. But yeah, so I'm in, like I said, as far as the Sleep Token thing though, like I said, there's a part of me that's like, maybe I still will go to Cleveland that day. And just see, like, is anybody got a ticket, like, that can get me in? Like, I'll pay, like, again, I'll pay for it. I'm not expecting two things. I am not expecting someone to be like, oh my God, you're Rykerroad, here, just take my ticket. No. And two, I'm not expecting, oh, Sleep Token said you can just come on back. That's not going to happen either. So, what I'm saying is that I'm willing to buy whatever it's one of those. If somebody, because I know that there are bummers where people are going to have last minute, like, I can't go or whatever, and they have said tickets, but well, Rage, again, it also just depends on capacity. There is still, like, you're only allowed so many people in, just because I've got a somewhat decent YouTube channel does not mean they're just like, yeah, just go right on in. Like, but still, I would maybe think that, like I said, there would be somebody there would be like, I do watch the show. Yeah, somebody over here. I do have like my cousin couldn't come. I don't care, man. As long as you're not fucking weird, you can even smell a little bit. I don't give a fuck. It's gonna be hot. Shit, I'll have sticky balls too. So is it where the end all be all? I'm just saying, like, as long as you ain't weird, like Becca said, keep your hatchet at home, we'll be fine. If you're a serial killer, just don't be for that 4.5 hours. Can we be cool? Not even joking, dog. I mean, I guess. Rebel, thank you. But what I'm saying is that, like, first of all, we do not expect that. Number one, number two, it's again, guys, it's not what you think. Hatchet secure. Yeah. What was that? Hater or lover? Because I can't tell myself. But what was that thing? I respected the shit out of Lady Gaga when she was like something like she had like roses or something. Schultz, thank you, man. It's you too. Um, she was like, I don't know. She was on like the paparazzi was like around her for some reason, and there was like some homeless man, and she like gave him the like these flowers and stuff, and was like giving him a hug. I'm pretty sure she like gave him some money and stuff, and she went to like go give him this hug, and he said, "I smell," and she was like, "That's okay. So do I." And she gave him a like and still hugged him because he was just like, dude, I don't shower, I'm dirty, like you don't have to do that. And she was like, that's okay, me too. And I was like, shit, bro, if that ain't some real shit and some real fucking just she she came to him as an equal, as I guess was the thing for me. She did not treat him above with all the money she's got and with all the thing. She treated him as an equal. I just swing chairs. Here's a glass of metal reactor. Wait. We have a subreddit. Mom needs that on his shirt. I grab beer for the show and score the streets for the score the streets for the tickets. Yeah, but yeah. Your topic of discussion. Well, I know we've had a subreddit before, but because we're mean. Like, yeah. Somebody, I almost commented on the subreddit because I was like, did you read what you just wrote? Somebody, it was something in the fact of Rykerroad is mean or something like that. And it was like people talking, they're like, yeah, careful. If you say something like, if you say something or whatever, Eric will attack you. I'm like, you just said if you say some foul shit that you mean I'm gonna rebuttal and fucking. Again, I'm not saying I'm getting butthurt because like I put it on the internet, but you came to my channel. So, like, do you see what I mean? Not everybody's going to be nice, but it's the fact of you came on my channel and then you say off the wall shit and are flabbergasted. I told you I'm going to face fuck your mom. I cannot believe he would say, well, Why don't you keep your fucking numb thumbs to yourself and I won't have to? The Ronnie Radke of reactors. Well, it's rage. I truly, truly think and hope. I hope and think that it would always be and or that I'm right. That either a lot of my sometimes crash outs are, and I don't mean stage, but like I know that people enjoy when I get like a little hyper and stuff. But no, a lot of my I feel are valid. Now everybody thinks their crash outs are valid, but again, with like just being at a wit's end and being an asshole to somebody or being cocky. I only do it when somebody says some dumb shit or in a comment and they caught me wrong on that day. Because normally it's just thanks for boosting my algorithm. But to me, I feel like our rudeness, our meanness, cockiness, penisy, anything is all because you've poked the bear first. I've never just been like, fuck rage. Fuck Rage's channel looks like shit. And you're only 10,000 subs. Like, no. What? First of all, it's a fire show. Second of all, what do I gain from doing that first? Other than being an asshole online. We're close in age, Mom. I don't think we could even be considered Irish twins. Like, I think we're even closer than that. But that's just where I truly try to look at that, where it's like, because I've thought like, am I mean? I'm like, no, man, they're the ones coming and saying this shit first. Like, I'm not gonna just let, like, a lot of times I'm not just gonna let you sit there and say like, yeah, turn the other cheek or don't, like, I understand that. I really do. Most of the time it would start from when I would be like, you can say all you want about me. The second you say something about Kyle, now I got a fucking problem. Now I have a fucking problem. But then, dudettes, there have been times I have caught something, like got up, and then there'll be like it'll be like so and so responded to you, and I'm like, why? I'm like, oh, Kyle must have put like, check the board or like whatever or something, and I'll see somebody that was being like a dick or rude or whatever, and I'll see his response. Now it's not often. I'd say out of 3 years, probably a good 10 to 12 times there's been Kyle. I've been like, Jesus. Well, I didn't have to do nothing. Like, a few times where I was like, good Lord. Like, right. And it really is that mentality of don't start it but finish it, kind of. There really is. And lately, not to be funny, there's things I've been having to pray a little more lately. The devil's been fucking with me and just certain things, and one of the things is like almost being an internet troll on people that are just, I mean, I'm sorry, they're not good people. And I've done it and or get ready to start. I'm like, dude, why are you doing this? And because like, or like if I hit send or whatever, I'm like, did that make you feel good? What did that really do? It's like, just don't watch. Don't watch. Don't pay attention. Don't give the attention, because it's the same. It's boycotting it basically. If you don't watch, algorithms don't get pushed. It's that. So that's where it's like, I'm starting it. I'm the problem. Stop it. So they are miserable, and it's like I don't want to start being that person. Is what I'm saying. It's like, nah, man, I know. It's like so. Yeah, Sav. So again, we're still kind of chit chatting back and forth. We're pumped. I don't know if you were here for it. Kyle actually might go. Maybe I'm gonna talk to him and or Ev, Stacks. So just possibly I'm gonna talk to Stacks a little bit more, talk to Kyle a little bit more. So that way we can work something out where if I can, depending on how many people want to go and like whatnot or what it is, because again, unless they want to, but like say it's just Ev and I, like maybe Kyle doesn't want to or can't, right? He doesn't. He likes 21 Pilots, like he said. Now this is on me, but like, okay, then I'm buying 2 pit tickets. If he wants to pay for it or half or whatever, sure, and or even like the hotel room. I'm asking somebody to go with me. It isn't like, hey, dude, 21 Pilots is going. Like, oh, dude, we should go. I asked him. So I have a hard time being like, all right, man, well, tickets are $200. Well, no, that's not that's not how that works. I know this is different, but it's the same concept. Meg booked, got tickets and stuff. She didn't go, well, all right, hon, your ticket for a tease is $178. No, she didn't. First of all the money goes. That's a bad example. But what I'm saying is that's not how that works. You don't do that. So, and then Kings Island the next day. So again, I'm trying to figure that out where I could be like, look, man, I'll at least buy your ticket. Maybe you can, if you want to split the hotel room in tolls or gas and stuff for driving. Like, sure, it would pay for all the tickets. Just pay for them all. Yeah. Here's the thing. Right, 54 likes, nice, appreciate it. Where as far as like my credit card, if I paid everything, well, I have to pay it off to have zero balance, which I mean I could. I was just thinking the fact of doing pre-sale, if we had an exact number and we could try to have somebody purchase it all. Depending on how much they are, I could have at least try to make $1,000 limit on however many tickets. I just wouldn't be able to probably put like the hotel room and stuff on until people paid me back. You know what I mean? So like there is something there with trying to like get bulk tickets if somebody gets in quicker. I don't know how fast. I don't know how fast like this is gonna go. I don't think it's gonna be like sleep token. If I'm being real, I think we're going to be okay getting our own tickets. It was just one of those that people thought, no, maybe we should. I could probably hold a couple hotel rooms on a card. Okay. If we wanted to do something like that, that way everybody had at least a hotel room, like the same spot. Ooh. All right, here's what we're going to do. Today after coffee time, I'm going to get everybody involved. And even if like Ev and or Kyle is wanting to go again, like I'll get everybody in like some kind of group chat, Facebook chat, something to where we can start seeing if we want to do something like that, if it's just better to do it individually, whatever we want to do and get this going, because it's going to happen in the next 2 days. It is a major show for them. Wait, no, because Following Reverse still has non-sold out venues. I don't think it'll be anything like selling out quick. That's what I'm thinking. I personally don't think we will have a hard time. That we would need to do a bulk buy like that, but that's just me to like panicking, but like that we don't need to. Veronica, thank you, hon. I appreciate it. The concert is September 18th. Now, again, if that's something that like I don't know if between you and Rage and stuff, like if you guys were able to come down again, get a hotel room and stuff, that's up to you guys. Better with group rates? Well, tickets, no. Hotel room, yeah, I'll bet you. Ron, happy Father's Day to you too, bud. Thank you. Hey, throwing this out there, man. We're starting to get a big group. I don't know how much you enjoy 21 Pilots. September 18th. Now it's in Cincinnati. We're getting a group going. I'm getting tickets go pre-sale on the 17th. But I'm getting a hotel room. I don't have my daughter that weekend. Meg is not going to go, I don't think. Ev possibly might go. Kyle possibly might go. But Sav, Becca, Spunky is probably going. We're all going to get... So if you're interested, man, just figured I'd extend an offer. Definitely with hotel rooms, if anyone... Okay. Yeah, that's a good look. Maybe that's what we should talk about is like seeing if somebody, what we can do about getting somebody doing that for like a hotel room and just dispersing money. That's actually not a bad idea. Like I said, so Ron, like I said, just a thought. I know it would be hard, but like if you both wanted to go, I know that you got the kids, so I don't know if it was something like you both like top. I don't know. Hotel blocks? Is that like a place to like an actual like website? Edge, it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like getting a hotel room like tonight, tomorrow, something like that, like for sure. Because I already looked on the dates. They already jacked up prices by like $30. Oh, hotel block. Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. I gotcha. Price gouging, sure. We gotta deal with hotel to block off a number of rooms for a cheaper rate. Okay. We did that for a wedding. Okay, that's what I say. But no, Ron, I don't know if you answered. I didn't know if I saw it or not. Was that something you would want to go do? Just trying to get a quick kind of idea. Group chat on Facebook. Sure, we can do that. Like I said, whatever is easy. I don't really get on Facebook, but we can do that if that's something we are more comfortable with. I was even going to recommend if we wanted to get, yeah, let's just do that. Let's do that. We're trying to do a Facebook if everybody's got that. I don't know 21 Pi. Okay, fair. Just was letting you know. Figured fellow music junkie, but. With Hotel Inc. Oh, for Inc. Campgrounds. Yeah, I don't think that this is like that as far as like where the venue and stuff is, unfortunately. Yeah, Facebook. Okay. Roadies tab. Be something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, okay. Could make a Discord. Yeah, that was also just if those people had Discord too. So we'll figure it out. But like I said, this is gonna be a lot of fun. I lightweight hope Ev wants to go. I don't see. I don't know. I don't think Kyle's gonna want to go personally. I just think it's not. He does travel and stuff, but this is like he's not gonna if he doesn't have to. August 16th, 80s part. Okay. I shouldn't have Chandler because the 18th is the show. She said I don't have Chandler. So, okay, cool. Oh, shit. I'll be there. We got a whole trip to plan. We really do. We really do. Like I said, this is something we will definitely have to look into when we are planning. But in the fact of, I think if we can do what Jason was even saying is like, try and get a 2-night stay, go and stay and enjoy the next day in Cincinnati. But yes, can use it as a write-off. So that's what I was going to tell them too, is that they don't have to be in it, but I will more than likely, number one, because it'll be cool, I will record for 2 reasons. One, it'll be cool, and it'll make it to where it's a write-off. So hotel room, all of the stuff I spend money on, it'll be other than alcohol, food, hotel, tickets, tolls. She said if we go her way, there is none. But gas, no matter who's driving, I don't care that gas is dropping in price. Everybody's throwing a 20 at somebody who's driving. You know what I mean? Like, or something. Yeah, Becca, like I was saying, I just didn't know if we can even talk about phone numbers. It's like I said, Sav, I didn't have it met in person, but Becca, I did get to meet you in person. Everybody that we do interact with, like I said, usually is of pretty sound mind. Um, but yeah, we will figure it out. Um, Trying to get those digits. Yeah. But no, as I say, we would get everybody. I will get everybody in chat that is wanting to go. Like I said, Spunky included. Hey, AJ, what's up? Because I'm pretty sure Spunky has Facebook. She would have to. So even if we went that route, but I would say, dude, do you know what's pissing me right off? Pissing me right off. Bone Thugs and Harmony, Tech 9, and 3-6 Mafia are all going on tour. A fucking nationwide tour. It's like 30 spots. Not one in their home states or their hometowns, cities of any of them. Not a Nan one. Not in Kansas City. Not in Memphis. And sure as fuck ain't in Cleveland. They're not even doing one in Ohio. You fucking pricks. You're Bone Thugs and Harmony with all. You're not even doing one in Ohio. No. You're not even doing one in Cleveland. That is unacceptable. Right, like, bro, like, what? Yeah, they said, nah, dog. Like, hey, AJ, same to you guys. Same to you, man. So for the ghost hunt, that is going to be a couple places. One for sure, but we have several places that I'm going to start looking into. But yeah. Oh, Sav, no problem. Not a problem. This will meet you at the crossroads. Yeah. Have a good one. Come to Gettysburg. That's something I'd like to do. Maybe Meg and I can take a long weekend. Are they doing it in Pittsburgh? Was that one of them? I have to look. Hold on, let me look. Oh wait. Wait, bone. Yeah, I have to look. I don't know if I'm seeing it right. But yeah, I have to look to see where they're gonna be. Yo, what's good? Pethurst, okay. Or in Madison, okay. I'm 20 minutes early Gettysburg. And I went, really? Okay. Better get on that. Yeah, it's this is gonna be a cool 2025 so far. I'm super pumped about this. I'm really excited. Really, really excited. I'm still, like I said, I'm going back and forth with this whole Chicago thing and a tease. I just I'm kind of falling into that category with Jason where it's like I'm not gonna enjoy it the same. But I can just hit the mean streets of Chi-Town while they're at the show. While she's at the show, or somebody's at the show with her. If I can do the concert, I'm gonna try and game plan with the Rangers for Ghosties. Okay. Um, yeah, really want to start looking into this whole Athens and the tavern, the Wolf Creek Tavern. And there was some other spots, but I think that getting some of this equipment here soon and doing that could be a lot of fun. And again, guys, we know, like when you see us and saw us play Faz and we're like talking rude to the ghosts and we are not going to be like that in real life. Like that's not how we're not going to be that way. But it's going to be fun and we're going to be real as far as that, but like we are not, we will never fake anything. But I toyed with, let's say we go to like the prison and like we film and whatnot and we're kind of like, you know, whatever. But I said like maybe in between stuff get like whoop it up and then be like, guys, this is what it actually was like, you know. But and give, because like I don't want to fake it. I don't want to Hollywood. I don't want a reality TV. I don't want to do any of that. I want to be like, no, sorry guys, it was a bust. We didn't get dick about fuck here at the prison, you know, or anything. Have good headphones. Oh, so I was going to say Becca said that. Okay, so it was actually you. When you say good headphones, I mean I've got brand new uh, Studio 4 Beats. Is that what you mean, or is there like different styles? This is stuff I don't know yet. Faz is a really good one, but that's what I'm saying is we're not gonna really talk like that to the spirits, or like where we would never do something like that, like and like antagonize it that way. I mean, I'll ask you, like, you gonna show yourself? Are you gonna do something? But like, I would never be rude. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, well, that's then these actually might be good. The difference is now, I'm sure there's better out now, but back in the Dizzy, when I was looking for comparing headphones and stuff, because I pay for my sound, right? For my music, I looked and I was like, just not just because they were made by Dre, but it was like, what is a good name brand? And it was basically falling for me at that time, Bose or Beats. And they stated it kind of depends on what you're looking for. If you listen to more rap and hip hop and kind of rock, you want that bass, that deep bass punch, get Beats. If you're more of like classic rock, more instrument based type stuff, like things like that, classical music, and that, get Bose. I was like, well, that's my answer. I listen to more of this style because I want that, so maybe that would be a good pair to do. So JBL, that's another one. JBL and Sony I've been kind of looking into. I'm actually really looking into in ears for like when I'm here, like watching movies, playing games, doing that stuff. I don't want to. I do not to be gross, but wearing my headphones so much it makes my ears drain more. Like I get more wax in my ears than I ever even used to. All right, Mom, have a good one. I'm only going to be on for a little bit longer, but yeah, say we'll have to. I'm gonna definitely look into, like I said, some of this equipment as well. I know Stacks will. I'm sure Meg will get some of her own as well. You think the Tech Nine, or who are they going to be with Bone and 3.6, or is it just a Tech Nine? Because I know 3.6, Tech, and Bone were all basically like just going to tour with it. They were just, it was all going to be like major headliners. Yeah, we've tried a little bit of the EVP stuff with the phones. Hey, Jennifer, what's up? Not sure. Okay. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff happening this year. Like I said, just now that I'm really thinking about it, the only thing that holds me back is if I have my daughter, and that's not. I mean, I'm not pissed about that. It's that's a whole treat itself. Yeah, I've wondered if some of it was like stuff put in an app. I don't know. So thanks to her, I subbed to your Patreon. Oh shit! Well, Jennifer, thank you to both of you. And today or tomorrow, my dates have been slacking. The last ones were because of actual internet stuff. This was actually just because of time, like legit timing. I'm gonna be recording for Patreon my movie reaction. Maybe today. I would like to try today if I can. Today or tomorrow. But so I appreciate that. I've actually got to post up some more photos from the rest of last night on Patreon. I'll post things on Instagram and stuff now, but I think pretty much Patreon, just who paid for any tier, is gonna get I guess like photos like that, like a night out in town and this and that. So I don't know yet. I was gonna watch Sinners. It's I thought it was on HBO Max already. It is not. I have it, and it's a really good quality. It is still the theater. You can barely tell, though. It's just enough that I don't care that I only put it as a $4 tier. I'm not having somebody pay a $4 tier and that be one of the movies. I can't. I have to wait. So, actually, let me do this again. Movies. I'm just gonna do genre any, but year. I'm gonna do within the last 5 years. Is what I'll have this on when I look, because I gotta look at that, but because it doesn't have to be just a brand new movie, but it could even be a movie from the 90s or whatever. It's just you guys knowing what I have or haven't seen is going to be the biggest issue. So I'm doing my best to go through, like, was it 310 to Yuma? I've never seen that. I've never seen what's the other one? What's the There's another kind of, like, not Western, but there's another one kind of like that. Where it goes with either another reformatory that I used last time and earlier the day before the app was even on your phone. Wild. No shit. Bone Thugs E40 too short. So that's weird. I wonder then if those specific people then are the dates when it was 3-6 Tech and Bone. Because I was wondering, like, there's no way they're not hitting their hometowns. Well, like, even state. Okay, AJ, good look, because I'm gonna have to look into that for my cousin and I. That's a cool concert, man. Because I don't know if I'll be able to go. If you get to go, that dude, that's a good one. Yeah. But still kind of neat, right? Um, yeah, like I said, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I've got like, a lot of stuff I need to do today. Speaking of, did I ever get? I know he called, but well, that was it. So now, okay. Amphitheater, whatever is hit for, is it? It's close to you. It's not. I mean, yeah, Indianapolis. No, that's not. They're gonna hold on. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Kansas City. Let's see here. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Tour. See if it just. July 13th, they're in Cincinnati. I'm just really, that's really odd that they're not doing Cleveland. Like that's really odd that they're not doing that. But One Texas Harmony, Hard Rock Casino lineup. It's just them and Yin Yang Twins. I don't know. I'll have to look into it more. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. I appreciate y'all hanging out, talking 21 Pilots and concerts and dates and summers and futures and gotta get someone to do the chair room challenge. What's that? Becca, what the fuck's that? Chair room challenge? I'm lost. Oh no. My old age is starting to show. Of course, guys. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Oh. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. But all right, guys. Appreciate you hanging out. Like I said, I'll be doing stuff later online. Just don't know what's going on with getting my daughter, if I am or what not. So it'll kind of come down to that. But have a good one, and we'll see you later or tomorrow for coffee time.